Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Dear Princess Celestia, the show where I take an episode and analyze its moral. Today's episode, The Mysterious Mare Duel.
Dear Princess Celestia.
This episode is notorious for being the most agreed on least favorite episode of the entire series. I wouldn't go as far as to say that. The moral of the episode was actually really great, but I don't think it was communicated in the most effective way. Well, first of all, the obvious moral from this episode is don't rub it in. Like Twilight said,
Celebrating your accomplishments is natural, but
rubbing them in every pony's face is not.
let's face it, watching Rainbow Dash ask for attention was nothing short of painful. She should have remembered from the Trixie incident that being boastful makes everyone like you a lot less. Moral 2 ties right into that. Don't let your accomplishments get to your head. At first, Rainbow Dash was almost humble about her heroic deeds, but as the crowd cheered her on more and more, her ego became more and more important. Most would agree that Rainbow Dash's big ego was way over-exaggerated, but just as surprising was the behavior of the other 5 ponies. I'll explain. Throughout the first part of the episode, the other 5 ponies talked amongst themselves about how prideful Dash had become. Then they decided it would be a good idea to teach her a lesson by outshining her as a hero. Notice that not once did they actually talk to Rainbow Dash about how they felt. Say what? Maybe if they had discussed it, Rainbow might have seen how ridiculous she was being. And if somehow she kept it up after that, then they could take action. Yes, sometimes learning the hard way is a lot more effective, and in this case it did work. But Rainbow Dash might have stopped if she was simply told that rubbing in her talents makes her look lame. Here's the moral. Communication. Always start by frankly telling the person their fault. That brings us to moral 4. Friendship is magic. Every episode. There were several disasters that Rainbow Dash just couldn't prevent, but Mare Duel, since she was actually 5 ponies, fixed a myriad of problems. Another great representation of friendship. You know, it's funny how all of those disasters happen in such a short amount of time. Some would think that the other 5 set up the disasters just so that Mare Duel could save the day instead of Rainbow Dash. Sounds pretty extreme, but it wouldn't be the first time Twilight's made a problem just for the sake of solving it. What else can you learn from this episode? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Alright, last Saturday I had the opportunity to see Rainbow Rocks in theaters, and there was so much about it that I loved, but I'll save it for another video. Well, most of it.
spoiler alert!
A lot of neat stuff happened in this awesome sequel, but one thing that stood out to me was Twilight Sparkle. No, not Pony Twilight, not human Twilight from Equestria, but the original human Twilight. Here's the clip at the end of the credits.
No doubt about it, Spike. There's definitely something strange going on at that school.
Now there's 2 ways this could go down. Either next time Pony Twilight visits Canterlot High, she meets a second human Twilight, or even better, original human Twilight finds her way through the portal. Now if original human Twilight did go through the portal, her pony form would be a unicorn. Not an alicorn, since in the human world, Twilight could never master the magic of friendship. She would basically be Twilight before the pilot episode, all hidden away and studying like the egghead she is. I don't know about you guys, but I'm psyched for the future of Equestria girls. This is the Brony Notion, signing out until next Wednesday. Brohoof.